I'm Danielle Hale, Chief Economist at Realtor.com. This week, I'm going to review the latest labor market data and its impact on mortgage rates and home shopper sentiment, as well as highlight the latest trends in the housing market for both this week and the month of June, including a surprising finding on delistings. I'll also tell you where to find the hottest real estate markets in the country. Let's start with the macro picture. In the face of concerns about the impact of trade policy on labor markets, June's jobs report was better than expected. Employers added more jobs to payrolls, and the unemployment rate edged lower. Wage growth cooled, but continued to outpace inflation by a healthy margin, meaning real wage growth for workers. This better-than-expected result dropped already low expectations for a Fed rate cut in July and pushed mortgage rates higher for the first time in more than a month. Even before this week's uptick, mortgage rates and job security were among the factors weighing on home purchase sentiment, which pulled back in June. Despite lingering concerns, this same survey showed that consumers recognize the housing market has made a buyer-friendly shift. The share saying it's a good time to buy a home is still not a majority, but did hit a 2-year high in June. In the Realtor.com June Housing Trends Report, we see why consumers believe this. The number of homes on the market rose again for a 20th straight month to a new post-pandemic high, helping to increase time on market and push a share of homes with price cuts higher. At the same time, we saw more newly listed homes compared to last year, but fewer than last month, a sign that sellers too may perceive a less favorable market and may be pulling back. But not all sellers are capitulating and cutting prices. Some are choosing to take down their listing without a sale, what we call a delisting. Although the share of sellers making this choice remains relatively small, the number of delisted homes surged by 47% in the year ending in May. How often sellers choose to play this remaining delisting trump card will affect whether we tip from a balanced to a buyer's market, and if so, how quickly that happens. In the weekly housing data, we see a fair amount of continuity with recent trends. Of note, despite increases in price reductions, the median list price continued to edge higher. Nationally, housing market balance is shifting, but the reset is not happening at the same pace across markets. The Realtor.com June Hottest Markets report shows that the Northeast and Midwest remain more competitive for home buyers, with many of these markets seeing prices climb as buyers look for outright and relative affordability. You can find all the details, including full reports and our housing data for download, at Realtor.com/research. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, for real-time updates and Instagram for graphics.